Like, we're so sick.
They were sick. All right, let's move on to Howard Eskin. Because I'm just going to play a little bit of this. It's a little too much talking going on over there on the East Coast. Maybe they're bored. They don't have anything to do. I understand it's 100 degrees out there, humid as hell. They're probably miserable. AC's broken in their car. Because you know there's a lot of cheap folks out there. Here's Hassan Reddick. Hassan Reddick.
That San Fran game. Man, a lot of chirping, a lot of back and forth over social media about what could have, and should have happened. So I'm looking forward to that one. No game more than that one.
Yeah, I was about to. You personally did get to the quarterback, right? So, how did you take that chirping? Clearly,
man, I never weighed in on it. For me, I watched. I've seen things that guys were saying. Debo, Samuel, Fred. A lot of these guys that came out and talked about it. And I respect them, right? I respect them for their opinion and their thought and their belief in their team. For me, man, I'm the same way. I believe in my team. I believe in my teammates.
Yeah. You believe.
Does Howard believe?
I don't think Howard believes. Howard Eskin, king of Philadelphia, of all things, not just sports.
Wait, this is a meeting of kings?
No, I'm not.
The king of San Francisco Bay Area?
No, Howard is the
and
real
the king of Philly?
Howard is the real king because I believe today.
A clash of crowns?
Is it today or tomorrow? He's celebrating year number 37.
What?
Year number 37 in the Philadelphia market? Well, I guess we'll start this off by saying congratulations, Howard.
Well, first of all, let me correct you. It was yesterday.
Oh.
That was the 37-year anniversary of doing the first sports talk show at WIP, and one of the first, I guess, in the country, but I didn't follow the country. New York station, our New York station went full-time sports talk a year and a half later. So we only did one show, and then we kind of filled in up until we went 24/7. But it was yesterday. And you are correct about, and I didn't give myself the nickname like LaFraud James gave himself the nickname of the king. He's not the king. You can't give yourself your own nickname. Pete Rose actually gave me the nickname.
Pete Rose.
The locker room one day.
Damn. Pick that name up you just dropped.
Whoa, wow. Pete Rose giving you the nickname.
Moly.
Well, I don't even know who gave me the nickname. I think it was Shasky or somebody else, so it doesn't even mean anything.
Well, Howard. Let's talk about the medium sports talk radio for just a second here, because Bryce Harper said something that I want to get into right off the rip with you. What was the first segment you ever did in sports talk radio 37 years ago? Can you even remember?
Well, it was the first one at WIP, so I can't. It was just the excitement of trying something new, and the vision of our general manager at that time, his name was Mike Craven, wanted to make it an all-sports station. So it was the vision, and I had done sports talk on an FM station years before that, before I went into television. And then it was just the excitement. I mean, Buddy Ryan was a new coach here, which I found out later he was a total idiot as a head coach. Rest in peace. But and there's different things that happened over the years.
Wait a minute.
I can't remember the first thing that I said, but it was, just cranking it up. It was in August. So we were getting ready for a football season, and the Phillies, I don't think they were very good in '86. But whatever the case, and the basketball team was kind of in no man's land at that time too. So no, I don't remember. I just remember being excited.
Well, you must have had fun during the Rich Kotite era, right?
Oh, what a dope! I mean, I almost put Mike McCarthy up at that level, but
oh my God,
that's why the Cowboys will never win. Well, that's one of the reasons. That's just one of many.
Would you mean Trey Lance is not going to help them?
Come on, all that did was piss off your quarterback. And he's so paranoid anyway. He's a turnover machine, Dak Prescott. But Rich Kotite, I'll never forget this one time, and Kotite got mad at me. Everybody uses a chart on whether now you have people on headphones up in the press box giving you the analytics of when to go for two and when not to go for two. That didn't exist then. So you had a chart. So Kotite had a laminated chart at Dallas and asked him after the game why he didn't go for two. And apparently it was raining through the whole of the stadium, like you're going to get a lot of rain. And he said, the numbers got blurred. It was a laminated chart. What an idiot.
Howard, I heard yesterday, Bryce Harper, and I want to get into this Eagle thing in a second because I feel like you guys at WIP I deserve a paycheck for how much content I've created over there. But hearing Bryce Harper admit that he listens to sports talk radio, my co-host here, Bonte, said for years, the guys all listen, the athletes all listen. Do they listen? Do you really think that they listen to sports talk radio, these athletes?
I'll say this. I think most of them do not because they don't care about it. They don't care what's said on sports talk radio. But Bryce Harper, and he has said this before, that he listens on his way into the ballpark between 2 and 3 when there's a night game. So he does listen, and he has said that. He knows how to play. He knows how to make people happy and embrace him, and he's there for the fans, and he knows what he's doing. So he heard the guy. I mean, it wasn't a big deal. The guy said, I hope Bryce, wins a ring or something like that. Chuck from Mount Airy. I actually talked to Bryce before the game today. The game is starting in a little while. I says, you made that guy century by mentioning him on the air. I says, and now here's what happens at WIP. I don't know what goes on in that weak-ass town of San Francisco. But it'll be the callers will try to outdo the other callers now. And it'll be, I said, Bryce, you have now just created caller-on-caller crime. They're going to kill each other like they're the best. He started laughing. The whole thing was funny.
You know what? Enough of the sunshine and Capri Suns and rainbows and all the kumbaya during this interview. He just said something. It's time to get down and dirty. We're rolling up the sleeves here. That sorry-ass town in Philadelphia can't get San Francisco out of their brains. You guys won 31-7. Yet you guys are clipping us doing a fight song after you lost the Super Bowl where the streets were clean for probably 2 weeks out there in Broad Street. You guys were so damn depressed, and I loved every second of it. But y'all can't get us out of your mind. It's not like we won the game. You guys won the game, yet you can't get the Niners out of your dome because you know what time it is this year, Howard. You know what time it is.
That's nonsense, and that's ridiculous, and I'll tell you why. Because the question was asked. See, they set up the player because players and coaches say nothing during news conferences. I mean, I think Rob Thompson is a good guy and a nice guy, and he says a lot of things. By the way, he listens. He admitted he listens to me on WIP. But the reality is, when you ask the question to get a player to respond, you know that's a hot button because of all those crybabies out on the 49ers and out in San Francisco. The 49ers lost the game.
Yep.
You, or not you specifically, you probably cried about it too. The 49ers and Kyle Shanahan, who, by the way, cost Matt Ryan his only Super Bowl because he went brain dead when you're on the 21-yard line. What an idiot. But the reality is he's the one, well, if we had a quarterback, he started all this. I'm so glad they play him here so these fans can get all over the 49ers. You buy tickets behind their bench so you can just get on them. They started it. Then the questions come up. You're in the middle of a tough stretch. After the bye, the Eagles play at Kansas City, home against Buffalo, then home against San Francisco. I think Kansas City and Buffalo are better than that weak-ass team you're going to have this year. So, that's like just another game on the schedule. I don't want to hear about all this nonsense. But when the question's asked, because of all the whining, I'm going to bring you guys some cheese to go along with that whine about losing that game. You lost the game. It would have been closer, but you lost.
Howard, I heard that same joke in the Candlestick parking lot 37 years ago. The cheese and wine joke? Come on, dog.
Come on, man. You guys are still crying about us. Hey, Howard.
It's 2023,
Howard, honestly, you guys still complain about the grass in the Super Bowl?
From Italy. Different kind of cheese from Italy.
Hey, do you guys still complain about the grass in the Super Bowl? Oh, my God, to slow down our pass rush to grass.
No, I will not let that be an excuse. They made too many mistakes. You can't make mistakes and win the game. The other team played on the same field. And the Eagles should have changed, a lot of the players should have changed their spikes, which the equipment guys have all kinds of different size spikes. So I don't want to hear.
You can't be serious.
That's not a big excuse. You guys make that a big excuse. The mistakes are the excuse, and that's not.
You're the only one in Philadelphia to own up to it. Even the bubble bath boy, Joe DeCamera, was crying about the grass and this and that and the flag. You're the only one, Howard, which is why we let you on this show, because you're the only one to admit it. You're not making excuses. I actually respect that, because everybody else in Philadelphia is crying, oh, my God, the grass. Oh, my God, they made us play in Arizona. Oh, my God, they made us wear the green jerseys. Oh, my God, this. Oh, my God, the worst defensive holding call ever. Oh, my gosh. It's just Philadelphia. You guys are so tough, yet so soft. You guys cry all the time in Philadelphia. East Coast tough. You guys are whiners.
There's a lot of crying that goes on, but you guys probably cry in a different way. I mean, it's different out there. It's a whole different mentality. But I will say this.
No, Howard, we're about championship or bust here. Let's get that straight. You guys have what? One little World Series with the Phillies. You got one championship with the Eagles, and you ain't done nothing else since 1975. We just had 7 championships in the last 10 years.
I'm sorry. Who blew that fourth quarter lead to Kansas City in the Super Bowl?
Oh, we did. We blew it. Got to get there, though.
Okay.
I'll wear that.
Okay. You can understand this. The Eagles are the best team in the NFC with the best quarterback in the NFC. Don't give me Purdy. I mean, please. We'll see what he does his second year. So that doesn't mean they're getting back to the Super Bowl, but they are the best team. And I don't know that, because there's no real good quarterbacks in the NFC. What quarterbacks are really good? I mean, now that Aaron Rodgers has gone over to the AFC. So the Eagles are the best team, and you guys got to suck that up. Just understand that.
Howard, you're right. That right now, I think on paper they are the best team. I look at what they did last year with that quarterback. It's undeniable. Like, that's the team that everybody in the NFC is looking up at, right? I agree with it. I'll be fair there. In terms of rivalries for a city, Philly's got a lot of rivals over the years, over the generations, if you will. Where's this new budding rivalry with San Francisco and 49er fans in particular? Where does it rank right now? Because it feels like everywhere I go on the internet, Philly people are tagging me in a million different things. It feels like we're at the top of their brain. Like, I think the Dallas Cowboys, I know that there's generations of anger with the Cowboys, but right now, it sure as hell feels like the Niners are at the top of their list for rivals.
Not close. Not close. Not close. The Cowboys are at the top of their list. Then you got the Giants, because they got a little bit better, but they got that stiff at quarterback, Daniel Jones, so they're not going to win anything, although their offensive coordinator is pretty good, so he'll probably help them a little bit. So you still have the Giants because they're right up the road. And then after that, I don't know that Kansas City has now become a rival, because Andy Reid's there. You played him last year in the Super Bowl. You play him again this year. But I don't know that the 49ers, because you don't play them that much, I don't know that they're really a rivalry.
Not yet.
No, they're passe to me. They're not a threat. Yeah. They're not a threat, and they're not a rival. How many times you play them? Okay, so you played them in the playoffs. What do you play them? Once every maybe 4 years?
Yeah.
Once every 3 years?
Well, they played back-to-back years because they played last year, or was the year before in the regular season. They will play
Well, it
in the
depends
playoffs.
where you finish within your division.
Yeah.
If you
And then
finish
they
in
play again
first
this
place,
year.
obviously you play the first place guy, first place opponent from another division. So if the Niners finished in second last season, I don't believe the Niners will be playing the Eagles this year.
It's a microwave rivalry.
Yeah.
It's not
and
a
you got to
slow
be in
cook.
the playoffs, right, Howard? You got to be in the playoffs multiple times.
Yeah, right. And so I don't really think it's a rivalry. You guys want to make it that. Oh my gosh, it'll be sickening to listen to you guys the week before the Eagles-49ers game.
Well,
sickening.
You know what's sickening, Howard, is going on Twitter every day, getting tagged in videos from Crossing Broad.
From dorks from Delaware.
We got Eagle callers every day calling us, trolling us. We're living rent-free.
Crossing Broad is useless. It's a useless website, whatever they are. They always rip me because they know it's all about clickbait.
Yep. They are useless.
I could care less about Crossing.
I could tell. Yeah, they are useless.
If that's your gauge, you guys are way off base. You can't use them as a gauge.
Hey, Howard,
way off base.
Howard, out of curiosity, what time does the early bird special and bingo start today?
You know what? You interrupted my bingo game.
What was Jesus like?
Last but not least.
I was about to get bingo, too.
Hey, last but not least, before we get you out of here, basketball season is coming around. You know, we're big Warrior fans.
We love Daryl Morey.
Yeah,
Spreadsheets.
Well, I laughed when you guys did hire Daryl Morey, but now James Harden, which I told somebody a few years ago on there, I would rather go 0-82 than have James Harden on my basketball team. How are you feeling about James Harden?
Stiff. He's now a stiff. He was a great player, but never a winner. That's the problem. And now he's fading fast and falling off a ledge with his career. It was a terrible trade. Everybody, they got rid of Ben Simmons. They could have got Tyrese Halliburton and Buddy Hield and given up one less first-round draft pick. But that's another story because Daryl Morey is an absolute stone-cold fraud. He is a fraud. He's never won anything. He's a con man. You can't deal with him because he's unreasonable with trades. I don't know what's going to happen, but the Sixers are 3 to 4 years away from being 3 to 4 years away from being 3 to 4 years away from contending for a championship. How's that?
You should trade us Joel Embiid.
Yeah, we'll take Embiid off your hands
in a heartbeat. You know, that could be on the next Steph Curry doc.
He's a very, very good player. He wasn't the MVP. Jokic was the MVP. But the reality is, he's a really good player. He's not a leader, and he's not really that tough.
Hey, Howard, we don't need him to be. Yeah. We got Steph Curry out here.
Yeah.
Heard of that guy?
Listen, I love the coach. I love the team. They got players that play for each other, and I don't know that the Sixers play for each other. As a matter of fact, I don't think they play for each other.
Howard,
they got a few good guys, and that's about it.
When was the last time you smiled or enjoyed something?
He sounds like he's smiling now.
Well, I smile when I call you guys idiots. That's a big smile on my face. You have gotten close to the level of dopes, but that's when I smile. Hey,
that's an honor.
I'm talking to a bunch of idiots and dopes.
I've been called worse by my wife.
Yeah. Howard, you making it to 40 years, man? 40?
Let's put it this way: I can't spell the word retire. So
I'm with you.
So I just keep on going. That. Hopefully, health. Knock on wood. You stay healthy and you have fun. You got to have fun.
All right.
If you're not having fun, you're not trying hard enough.
Exactly.
That's true. Fraud Sirianni to stop running into the end zone and shaking his head. We're going to see what kind of a real play caller he is this year when he loses his guy
on television. He's a better coach than Kyle Shanahan. I'm going to.
Oh, please! He can't hold shit. We're going to see after he loses his assistants. Hey, Howard, I'm coming out there. I'm coming out there December the 4th. I'll see you then. I'll see you at the link then.
I'll be in Vegas at a softball tournament. But
do you want me to buy you breakfast, lunch, or dinner? Or do you want to choke on another San Francisco 49er loss?
No, I want to choke on a cheesesteak from Iska-Bibbles.
Iska-Bibble.
Hey, we walked right up in that bad boy. I was wearing all my Niner gear. You'd have thought I farted in church.
You don't?
Howard, you're on fire.
Get out of here, man.
You're on fire.
Happy 37 years.
See you, buddy.
You're dope. Go watch the Philly lose today.
Have a great day and a better day tomorrow. And just remember, December 4th, it's that letter on the top of your heads, an L.
See you out of here. Get out of here.
I mean, that was lame.
I mean, it's Philadelphia for you.